What's up and welcome back to another kind of funny live reaction, this time to the Xbox Game Showcase for 2025. Of course, I'm your host, Tim Geddes. I'm joined today by Blessing Adeoye Jr.
Good day, Tim.
Andy Cortez.
Hello.
And making his return to the kind of funny stage, it's Snowbike Mike wearing a glittery sweater. I like this a lot.
I'm a Galaxy Defender.
He's a Galaxy Defender,
I'm a Galaxy Defender, Tim. I'm back. Hello, everyone. I've missed you.
Try turning around to show the back of it.
I want to give it to Tim.
I got it. That was good.
Tim saw it, we're good.
I like
Hello,
that a lot.
everyone.
Mike, how you been? You've been gone the last 2 weeks, essentially. You were out in Florida going to every theme park imaginable.
Yeah, every theme park imaginable. Had an incredible experience, Tim. Cannot wait to tell you all the stories. I was ripping and I was rocking. Came back, got the crud. You know what I mean? Was that because I was open mouth sleeping on the plane too close to Patrick? Maybe, Andy.
Fucking Patrick.
Was it because I was at every single theme park imaginable, Bless? Sweating bullets, running from park to park, riding every ride? Maybe, Tim. I don't know. But I'm back now after a week of being sick, and I missed you guys. I missed the Switch 2 launch. Very uptight about that. I missed out on the big Switch 2 sleepover event. Uptight about that. And I missed out on Jeff Keighley's showcase with all of you. Which I saw a lot of games that really spoke to me, Tim. I had a lot of fun with that.
Give me the real quick Snowbike Mike rundown of the PlayStation State of Play and the Xbox and the Summer Game Fest showcase. What are the highlights?
Missed PlayStation State of Play, but I heard Pragmata is alive and well, so I'm looking forward to that. Jeff Keighley's one. Tim, a lot of games speaking to me on that one. From Ill, looked crazy, right, Andy?
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. Ill.
Gross.
Nasty right
Amazing
there.
looking.
I love Game of Thrones RTS. You know I love RTS games. Now Game of Thrones has a track record of a lot of mobile-looking video games, but I'm in for that one, Tim. Also, that Chrono Medieval, bad title, but awesome idea. Yeah, of like, hey, is this Total War or is this going to be like a weird Mountain Blade or a Chivalry type video game? I'm in for that. And so a lot of games I took from Jeff Keighley's, wrote them down, I'm into. There's that Capture the Flag game.
Yeah.
We don't put enough love on Capture the Flag games anymore, okay? I don't know if you guys know. We kind of put that to the side when we're like extraction shooters, Battle Royale. But it's like, Capture the Flag. I love a good Capture the Flag game.
I guess we're just used to Capture the Flag being one of 6 modes in the multiplayer games, you know?
Yeah, when was the last time we played a Capture the Flag mode?
Not since Halo Infinite. Not since Halo was on top.
Those early days.
Yeah. It was definitely Halo Infinite for sure.
Halo Infinite for sure, yeah.
God, that like week was glorious.
The best time.
That 1 week of Halo Infinite.
Underrated video game, I'll still say it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Everyone, we're reacting to the Xbox Showcase in 24 minutes. It will start. I don't know how long it's going to be. I imagine it'll be around 2 hours or so.
Yeah, about 2 hours.
Did they say that maybe?
Yeah.
And then after that, it's going to be the Outer Worlds 2 Direct, which is exciting stuff. How are y'all feeling going into this, Bless?
I'm excited. I feel like there's not been as many rumors and like rumblings of what's going to be here, aside from maybe a Persona 4 remake situation. And honestly, if I get that, then I'm happy. And so I'm excited to possibly see that. Aside from that, I'm also excited to see what Xbox has for the future, right? For a publisher that has so many studios and like, you know, publishers that are under the big publisher, I feel like we're going into this expecting any and everything. And so I'm excited.
Yeah. Mike, what are you interested in here?
Tim, I'm interested in a lot of things. I think there's a lot of knowns. There's not many unknowns, Bless. I know they have a lot of studios, but it feels like we've gotten a tease of a lot of what the studios are currently working on, and we kind of see the roadmap. But as you always say, Tim, I'm looking for those questions that I need answers to, and it is the back half of the year. What are we solidifying the back half of the year to say, hey, Xbox had another great year? Because they just had a really good one. We've had a strong first half. Let's see if they can keep that momentum, complete a full 2 years, and let's keep that going. And so you have Outer Worlds 2 dated or slated for the second half, right? You know there's a Call of Duty somewhere in the mix. You'll probably get some game updates, but like, is there one more game that I'm missing out of my head that should be planted right there?
I want to get back to talking about the second half of the year, but first, Andy, what's your expectations out here?
It's hard to not say sky high. There's just there are so many dominoes that we know are about to fall.
They're in play.
And the bomb is in play, and the titles that I'm really excited about are the ones that I'm hoping to see make a return. And I talked about it on our Gamescast prediction, where I really hope that we get to see some sort of return of Everwild and what that new sort of, you know, what the new, I guess, mentality is with what the game is going to be. And again, I would have assumed the game is dead, but in that February interview, Phil Spencer saying it's looking really great, and I'm super stoked with what they're working on. I don't think he mentions it if he isn't really excited about it. I think that's one that if you know you're going to kill it, you don't say it all and you just pretend it's already dead sort of deal. So I'm excited for that. What about Contraband? What about Gears of War E-Day? Like, those are things that I want to see gameplay of. I want to see E-Day especially as a latecomer to the Gears of War franchise.
Yeah. I'm hyped for this one. I feel like of the known showcases this year, I guess even the unknown at the time of the PlayStation State of Play, like this is the one that I think I'm most excited for because it has the most potential and the most room for it's. I don't think it's going to bring every single one of the things we want to see here, but it's going to bring at least a couple just because there are so many teams at play here and there are so many opportunities now, especially with the PlayStation 5 and Switch 2, specifically for me, Switch 2 side of things. I want to see how much support that ends up getting here. If the time for the third-party kind of dev kit rollout second phase of Switch stuff is going to start now, which I'd be hopeful for. But beyond that, I am interested, Mike, to talk to you about the rest of this year here because it's been an amazing first half of the year.
Been a strong
for
first
Xbox
half
in terms of its releases. We're continuing that out. Again, Xbox now means so many different things. We still have Tony Hawk in just a couple weeks, right? We know Gears of War E-Day coming later in the year, Outer Worlds 2 at some point. Like, that already seems like there are games. Like, what is actually currently on the slate right now that I'm not mentioning?
Outer Worlds 2 is on the slate. That is your big tentpole title for the end of the year, right? Tony Hawk is in there. We know a Call of Duty will probably be in here. There's no way it's getting off cycle. But out of the games that were shown at the Xbox developer _ direct or whatever we call those, that's still the one game missing out of this.
Gaiden 4.
Ninja Gaiden 4,
of course.
God, that's incredibly exciting.
We'll look for hopefully some DLC updates, maybe some Starfield DLC, maybe Indiana Jones DLC.
Oh, for sure, Indiana Jones DLC.
And so those will kind of round out your year. But is there one big title that will come out and surprise? I don't know. I'm kind of putting my expectations, Andy, more at the medium range. I think Aaron Greenberg has come out and says, hey, set your expectations accordingly. And we've heard that before. But I think you know what Xbox is working on. Like, we've seen a lot from Xbox these past 2 summers. I think you kind of know the roadmap here. It's more, what is that one surprise this year that would make it big for me?
I might have misspoke a second ago. I forgot, but I meant to say the Gears of War remake, not Gears of War E-Day. Do you guys think Gears of War E-Day is here? And
Sure, yeah.
if it is, do you think it's this year?
No, I don't think it comes out this year, but I think we see. I would love to see a little snippet of gameplay, but there's also part of me that wonders. You know, I'd predicted that we will not see Fable here because it's going to be the big post Xbox conference thing next year.
Yeah,
that'll get its own sort of Outer Worlds and or Starfield showcase. But I could also see that happening for E-Day as well. I don't know. I don't think it comes out this. I don't think E-Day comes out this year, but I would love to see a gameplay snippet.
My thing is, I'm with you. I think it's Fable next year. I don't think that Gears of War E-Day needs a direct like that. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like that is in the showcase, we can get all the information across. I feel like you start to get a little long in the tooth if you're breaking down the modes too much and getting too into the nitty-gritty of a Gears of War game.
But Call of Duty got one, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. But that was the only big title of the year last year.
Yeah.
For that back half.
That is interesting. I still see them as different, though. And I feel like it being the first like Xbox presented Call of Duty, I think that kind of like changes that a little bit. And also we didn't have a dedicated Call of Duty event last year in the way that we had previously, right? But yeah, Fable I think really needs that. Let's take the time. Let's introduce the team. Let's get into the nitty gritty.
Do you guys both think, or do you guys think that E-Day and Fable are both second half of next year? Because I think that's a big factor as well. Is like the placement of this of these things. Fable, I believe, was originally coming out this year. Correct me if I'm wrong, and then got delayed to next year. So like I could see that maybe being a April, May release.
Well, you got to remember there's something next year that's looming the spring in May, and that's GTA 6.
Oh,
so you
right.
will not be putting those games in that stratosphere.
That's a good point.
Bless. So yeah, I don't think you do that unless it's very early in that January, February slot to try to get it going before that May takeover. So yeah, I don't think you put the two big dogs out there to try to battle GTA 6 anytime.
That's a good point.
Fable feels like a post GTA 6 and Gears feels like a pre GTA 6 to me.
I could see Gears being March. When did Doom come out this year? Was that March or April?
That was May.
Oh, that
I think it was
May?
just last
month.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
like
I mean the thing about
way longer.
Well, I was gonna say like GTA, like even getting I had 3 weeks of that is going to go a long way.
Oh
but,
yeah.
with certain games, you don't want to do, especially multiplayer type
Yeah.
stuff. Like you don't want to just totally kill any interest in people playing that game 3 weeks into the release.
I think because of how long we've known about Fable and also kind of just where the chess pieces lay, I would expect Fable to come out before Gears of War E-Day, so I'm more likely on us seeing Gears of War E-Day as the post summer showcase direct sort of situation. That said, I think no matter what, like I'll still expect a trailer here, right? Like something small, something quick, maybe a quick glimpse at gameplay, and then you let next year be your big breakdown of everything that's new for E-Day. I think that could be exciting.
Yeah, I think if you're tracking it, it's more like a story glimpse, minimal gameplay, right? Like, I don't think we're at the gameplay reveal yet of Gears. It is very much of like, we're tracking, there was the teaser, here's something story related, maybe something small, and then next year we give you the blowout. So I don't expect much Gears E-Day, but I do expect it here, yes.
Mike, in your heart, what's it telling you about Halo?
Halo's on a long road, Tim. I do not think that we will have something Halo of substance here. I don't even think you'll get anything Halo Infinite, right? I thought last year we talked about it of like, man, we got to see something for Halo Infinite. Let's do this. Splitgate got a battle royale before Halo did. That one really hurts me deep down inside. And so, yeah, I don't think we see anything Halo Infinite related. Halo Next from Halo Studios. No, I don't think this is the year. I think you'll save that for next year to be the big teaser for Forward. We do have a big anniversary coming up for Halo, and we've talked about that with Paris on former XCast episodes of like, what do you do for that? How do you make that big? I think you look at Halo, of course, Gears is getting that kind of remastered treatment now coming to different platforms. We've already gotten it on Xbox, but Halo, Gears, you also look at Fallout with Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3 and go, hey, how do we make these anniversaries, these TV shows having a premiere, something big? We know the fans want that. And so, yeah, how do you land that for a Halo? I don't know.
Besides a possible screenshot, Mike, where they show off, here's all of our studios, blah, blah, you know, like, besides that sort of mention, will the words Halo Studios be said in some capacity here?
Only if it's like, hey, we're releasing Master Chief Collection for the Switch and PlayStation 5. I don't think we see anything Halo Studios related. We saw it already very early on. Hey, we're working on Unreal. We're going to see what we can do. We're building out this foundry of different items that people can come in, look at, replicate, and use inside of our next building blocks of the game. But I don't think... I mean, we'd be looking at that, essentially, right? We wouldn't even be looking at the game, in my mind. So I think we're far off from Halo proper here at Xbox. And they don't need that this year. They have a lot of other things going on, so I don't think it's we need Halo here for that Xbox presence anymore.
I'll tell you what, Mike. As I was in the shower and the water just pouring down me, I just had my hand up against the wall. I'm just like, why don't we have a Halo Helldiver still? And that just seems like... You know, Helldiver is not on Xbox. Not something you can get right now. Yeah. That experience is being missed. Can we possibly see anything like that that isn't... I know Halo Studios, I think, is probably, like what Tim was mentioning, working on a Halo 1 remake of some sort. In the Unreal Engine 5, we're using all this. Will we see anything like that? Do we see Halo try to go after a certain genre? Is that something that could be implemented into Infinite's multiplayer? Like, There's such a fan base there that it's just missing.
Andy, have I ever told you about Halo Spartan Assault? That's a fun joke. Yeah. That was their twin-stick shooter, reminiscent of old Helldivers
the
1.
top-down.
But yes, Andy, there should be more people playing in the Halo sandboxes we talked about before. That's how we got Halo Wars, and we loved that RTS strategy game. That was a ton of fun. We saw Gears make Gears Tactics, and that was really great. I do think we should get an ODST-type, smaller campaign-type own gameplay. I don't know if they have anyone around them that you can point out and say, make that, right? Because I would go to idSoft, I would go to id, I would go to the people who make, Wolfenstein and
Machine
Doom.
Games.
You'd go to those guys and say, hey, you're that first up on the first-person shooter game. Let's do this. And I don't see them available to do that, right? Certain Affinity would be another team I would have called and said, hey, make this. And we know that didn't quite work out as we switched over to Unreal 5. So, Andy, yes, we should get more in Halo. No, we're not getting that right now.
What about Perfect Dark?
God, I hope.
We kind of need to, right? And the thing is, we need to, and I don't know that we will. Like, we get the game announced. It's forever for it to come back. And then last year, we get the, gameplay demo.
They showed a snippet,
So if they were to not have it this year, I think that that'd be a very interesting move.
But is it time to show it though? Like,
I don't
I feel like
know.
the next time I see that game, I want it to be imminent. Like,
Right.
I see that game being shown off in January at the Xbox Developer Direct, and them saying, all right, and it's out later this year.
The only positive for Perfect Dark for me out of this outcome is Perfect Dark is that fall game. Is that far? Oh my God, they're making 2025.
Yeah.
That would be exciting because we've already seen Perfect Dark. We've seen the gameplay of it. The only thing you can do now is show more gameplay and of course say, hey, 2026, we know that. And I think most people out there know with us of like, that's probably where this is going to land. But the only positive for me coming out of a Perfect Dark more reveal is, hey, somehow we've landed in 2025. We're going to make your fall a little bit better.
The only thing that leads me to believe they might actually show it here is Xbox has been, I think, really good at in this era of Xbox showcases, kind of giving the updates every year, even in a surprising way. Like I remember being shocked at how often we saw South of Midnight from announcement to release, and that was a kind of consistent like 1, 2, 3 punch of it coming out. And I feel like with where we're at with Perfect Dark, that could happen again. But again, we've never had a year quite like this. And we didn't have a year quite like last year either, but they've added even more now of Xbox has so much they can talk about, including the Raj Ally situation. I was pretty adamant that I didn't think it was going to be at the showcase. Like maybe a quick glimpse or something, but I thought it was going to be its own, we're going to talk about it somewhere else, potentially Summer Game Fest. Now that everything's happened and we are here, the end of all of these announcements and stuff, what do you think we see, Bless?
I think we can see it, right? Like I think it is. I don't think it's something that's going to take over the show, but I think a quick mention of, or not even a quick mention. I think a mention of, hey, we are partnering with these other manufacturers to make Xbox compatible handhelds for you. Like I think simple messaging could be here.
Yeah, I agree there, Bless. I think we've seen them team up with Samsung before in the past. We've seen them promote other, like, hey, these are different ways to play. Last year, it was a ton of games, Tim, and there was very minimal, hey, we have a new console, which was the discless Xbox Series X that you could buy with more hard drive space, different colorway. So they've just tuned into, we want games. That's what we're here for, and I think they're focused on showing the games, but this might be a lighter year. That's why I'm setting my expectations here on the moderate side. I think this might be a lighter year on the games. Perfect way to slide in a quick 5-minute, hey, cool handheld idea. You can jump in on this, get that same Xbox experience.
I do think that there's a chance for an Xbox OS announcement.
So that's well, I feel like those would be
The same
tied,
thing, yeah.
right? So that is my next question is, do we see Xbox OS and in what fashion?
See, I don't see it getting a big breakdown because I think it's a tough one to talk about because at least for me, right, my expectation for Xbox OS is that I pick up the ROG Ally and it just looks like my Xbox. And if that's the case, it's like, I think Phil Spencer coming out and being like, yeah, in the same breath of we're partnering with other manufacturers to, make these handhelds, and introducing Xbox OS where you can play essentially on these PC platforms, but have the Xbox experience. I think it's as simple as that sentence, and then you move on from there.
It seems like a really tough thing to kind of break down on a showcase like this.
Yeah.
That
And
seems
it's not their MO.
that seems more like in the vein of whenever you have your Nintendo Direct, then you have the Treehouse afterwards. that seems a bit more in depth that maybe you show off, and it isn't even necessarily somebody like Phil Spencer or Sarah Bond. I don't know. It's kind of an odd one for a showcase like this.
That feels like the next generation. That feels like the next console. That's when you introduce that and you really hit that home of like, here it is. This is the next generation. It's everywhere. It doesn't seem like now's the time.
I mean, all the rumors are that the Ally is using it. So,
Okay,
but maybe,
we'll see.
but to your point, Mike, maybe this is just for all intents and purposes, the beta to get to something that is a bit more, this is an Xbox and we can actually mean that in a way that actually has a cohesive experience across devices, which is very exciting. I hope we get more of that during this, even though I can't really wrap my head around how they would talk about it based on how they've been doing these showcases.
OD, Kojima's in LA. Is there anything there?
Part of me feels like Kojima wouldn't want to distract from Death Stranding 2 coming out in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But
I mean, how could you? You've been talking about it so much.
Man, what a wacky trailer we saw too at Jeff's thing. It's like, here's a wild conversation that you're gonna just jump into. Bless, you said it so well. It's like, out of all the things you could have shown, what a bad idea to show that one, Bless. That sucked.
To me, it felt like, nobody brought anything. Well, I mean, I have this one clip on Slack that somebody sent me of a conversation between these characters. We don't have any gameplay. Like, yeah, fuck it, show that. That was just such a big miss for that. In a showcase that was already not great, to show off a clip that is equally not great was a decision, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that we're personally excited and hoping to see here?
I'd like to see Clockwork Revolution.
Oh my
I'd like
God,
to see State of Decay 3.
I think you're going to see both of those, Andy.
Me too.
I'm confident that you will see Clockwork Revolution 100%. I think that's a 2026 title. I think you're going to see more of that. And then State of Decay, I think we're still in a nebulous phase of trying to pinpoint the exact date. But with after last year, where you saw that big story kind of trailer come out of like setting the tone, I think you will see some State of Decay gameplay here.
I mean, there's also Silk Song. What's up with that?
Say it, Andy.
Let's
Not
talk
your head,
about
Bless.
Silk Song after a quick word from our sponsors. This episode's brought to you by X-Real. Y'all know that a few months ago, my life changed forever when I brought a pair of X-Real 1 AR glasses on a long flight to New York. I legit could not believe how easy it is to use and high quality my experience was playing games, watching movies, TV shows on the plane without just too much extra stuff around me, or especially not a giant goofy headset around my head. No joke, this is my favorite new tech product in years, and it has earned a permanent spot in my travel bag. It is only hard to believe that it works as well as I'm saying until you try X-Real 1 AR glasses for yourself. And then you will see that the future is now. The tech is here. Connect X-Real 1 glasses to wherever you are playing, whether it's a handheld console, a PC, phone, home console. You just get a massive 150-inch virtual screen anywhere, anytime, for any game. Gaming on the go like a long-haul flight, you need the X-Real 1. Neck starting to hurt from staring down at your handheld? We've all been there. You need an X-Real 1. A screen as big as your wall. Instant plug and play with all of your devices via USB-C. Built-in audio with sound by Bose, anchoring your screen anywhere in space. It's awesome. It just works. Zero latency at 1080p full HD. These are what make X-Real 1 a must-have. And we hear X-Real 1 Pro is coming soon with an even bigger virtual screen. Hit our link below to get your X-Real glasses today. There's nothing better than when a sponsor of Kinda Funny is something that we are legitimately obsessed with, and that is exactly the case here with X-Real. You're gonna hear me talking about these forever. Go to kindafunny.com/Xreal. That's kindafunny.com/XREAL. I promise you, you are going to love these things. This episode's brought to you by Factor. Summer Game Fest is here. The Switch 2 is here. The sun is here. So many summer things are here. And the number one thing you don't want to be doing all summer, spending hours cooking inside. That's where Factor comes in. Factor's chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals are ready in just 2 minutes, taking the hassle out of eating well. We love Factor here at Kinda Funny, and Greg's often making and enjoying meals quick in between shows here in the studio. I just had a roasted garlic chicken, and I'm telling you, you would have loved it. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle over summer and beyond. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your summer gains and goals. Choose from options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Get started at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off and use code kindafunny50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's kindafunny50 off at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off for 50% off plus free shipping. Factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off.
Silk Song being playable in Australia. And
At
the
the
last
museum.
You've been thinking about that a lot.
in the last 8 days, there have been about 4 Steam DB changes
Yep, a lot of updates.
on the Silk Song specific side of things.
I was literally right when we came back from ads going to ask who's putting on their clown nose, and Andy stepped up to the plate.
I'm putting it right on.
Yeah,
It's the
with confidence.
I'm putting it right on, and here's why. Here's why. I think Mike mentioning, hey, this might be not as hype as last year was, but there's something that can counteract that, and it's that goddamn little bug. Like, it is Silk Song, and it's going to be here, guaranteed, 100%.
I like
maybe
it.
maybe 99%.
Okay.
12%.
I'm feeling good about it, Andy. We saw Silk Song back before the studio was even open. We were live reacting to it at Kevin's basement is where I was. And they said within the next 12 months. And we know that became a real fun joke and it was never there. But it's on Game Pass. They've had the Xbox marketing behind that. They're going to play it in an Australian museum. So yeah, I think it's time to show that, and I think today might be the day.
It was in a Nintendo Switch 2 sizzle reel.
I don't know if the Australian Museum is like the thing in this argument to lean on.
Smoking gun.
You don't put it anywhere. You don't put it somewhere.
You don't
I'm
put
with
it
Andy
somewhere.
on this. Having said that, I'm with Andy on the museum. I don't think it's here today.
Hater, dude.
I think it'll be another.
I mean, where else
it'll
would
be
it be?
another sizzle reel. That'll
Yeah,
do
that's my thing. Is if we see this game again and it doesn't have a date on it, what are we doing?
I mean,
Don't
we're
do that
living.
to the
So many
people.
Steam
Why
DB
not?
changes.
Well,
We
your
are-
Silk Song, you can do it.
We are 20 seconds out. My last thing, I think we see Double Fine's next game, and I don't think it's a 3D platformer like a Psychonauts follow-up. I think it's going to be a fun little side thing.
Broken H2.
How many shirts are you wearing?
I just wanted to show you my Galaxy Defender t-shirt. That's all.
Did you had this shirt on under the?
There we go.
That's what I don't
You're
know what
wearing
that is.
3 layers.
That's Men in Black.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Love it.
We're about to see
We
some
were
fucked up
wide,
shit.
baby.
Peggy 18.
What is opening the show? What's the excitement here?
Tony Hawk.
I mean,
I mean,
killer
the demo's
soundtrack
probably
to
being
open it.
released today.
Clockwork.
That's Outer Worlds.
Oh, you're right. I just saw fucking gears. I saw gears turning.
Do you think I care that the colony is in disarray?
I love the
We
soundtrack of
didn't
this game.
come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So,
Whoa.
you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet,
Yes,
brought to
floating
our
shit.
side through the power
Floating
of
enemies.
capitalism.
Bye.
Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory.
That's what I need right now.
I'm yearning and yearning for you. My heart and red and blue.
Oh my god, they got an Ash Overwatch though. The dynamite exploded.
Every last bit that I save is intended for you.
Seeing a lot to get you excited, Andy. You just
Fuck yeah.
replayed this.
On the re-review, it's like the gameplay is the worst part of the game. Now that we've seen what Avowed is gameplay-wise, and that game kicks ass gameplay-wise, implement a lot of that shit in here, golden.
I forgot. Bless you, Outer Worlds guy.
Oh yeah, I love Outer Worlds.
Holy shit.
For you.
Oh my god, little 360 no-scope.
There's your date.
October
An
29th.
adventure made for capitalism by capitalism.
Hell yeah.
Inflate our impressions and egos by staying tuned after the showcase.
Insane that they're releasing 2 games in 1 year.
What'd you say, Barrett?
Insane that they're releasing 2 games in 1 year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
World premiere.
Ooh.
Babe, what's wrong?
I'm sorry.
Greg's popping off.
I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanza.
It's the one guy. Yep. We're back again for a sequel.
Hi on life?
I am Life 2.
Well, it's not the one guy. I think he's been.
Yeah, he's gone.
No.
now.
I mean, yeah, the High on Life gun guy.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. You knew it.
Mondo Gecko.
immediately, yeah.
But is it Justin Roiland is the question?
No.
Oh, yeah.
God no. I like High on Life. Sucks
Did
about
we need a sequel? Yeah.
I mean, did we need a sequel? I don't.
Did we need
I
a
don't
sequel?
know if we needed a sequel, but sure, why not? I feel like I would have wanted to move on from the stank of Justin Roiland.
Yeah.
This is a little weird. 'Cause, like, is this gameplay? 'Cause, like, it looks insane. But it's like it can't be, right?
No, it
No,
looks
I
So
don't
then it's like,
imagine.
what are we doing here? Like, not a 2006
Yeah,
press conference.
You can't
Yeah.
recreate
Humans
gameplay
are
with
barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a weird one.
Listen, Rick, I got canceled, Rick.
Coming winter. Okay.
But like, it's still Squanch Games, so did he leave that too?
No, he left Squanch Games. Yeah.
Damn.
World premiere.
I wonder if they get the person who replaced him on Rick and Morty.
That'd be amazing.
Arc.
Oh man, that would be wild. Reminds me of a Plague's Tale.
Ooh. You see rats, you know that.
Oh wait, there was rumors of a Plague's Tale spinoff.
Not rumors. They straight up posted on Threads like a couple of days ago, and no one noticed until yesterday.
Threads.
On Threads. That's hella funny.
Also, Roger was quick to point out that they're showing PlayStation logos.
Yeah, for Outer Worlds 2 and High on Life 2.
Oh yeah, they're 100%.
No Switch yet.
The ratas.
And also Tomb Raider vibes, kind of vibes.
I was gonna say Rise, Son of Rome. Oh, Plague Tale.
Oh, hey now.
Asobo Studio and Focus Entertainment.
Hell yeah.
Here's your ROG ally right here, Tim.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Tim?
Oh yeah, dude.
Tim?
Hell yeah. I use the song as the KFL 1 intro.
Whoa.
It's a handheld.
I hope it looks better than the fucking leaks.
It's fucking all dirty.
Man.
All dusty and shit. God, I love this song.
We got an Xbox button.
That is some Asus font right
Yeah,
there.
They love that font.
Fuck yeah.
Xbox OS right there.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Let's
There it
fucking
is.
go.
And Silk Song on the fucking thing. They're playing it. They're playing Silk Song. It's playable right now.
What the fuck?
They're showing Silk
What the
Song too
fuck?
much. They're showing Silk Song too much. I'm gonna fuck about
Oh,
this
it's here.
handheld.
Oh, there's your little. Yep.
Wow.
Boot up
Cool.
anything. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Switching apps like that.
I like the handles on that. Looks nice. I've never held one of these. I've never even seen one. So.
Well, the
This is a new
ROGs don't
design.
look like that. The ROGs don't have those handles.
Yeah.
I'm all in, man. This looks great.
Holiday.
Ally X.
Xbox Ally X.
And a standard one. The other one's got 24 gigs of memory, 1 terabyte
interesting.
storage.
So it's not the 2.
At Xbox, we strive to put the player first. And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross-progression. We deliver Game Pass, first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming. So what's next? How can we give you even more freedom, more choice, more ways to play? Our next step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store
Let's
or
go.
tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows. On this Xbox, you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect.
Lit.
This
And
changes
the highly
everything.
anticipated Hollow Knight Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year. In fact,
Better get
every
ready.
new game you
It's gonna
see
be
in
here
today's
today.
show will be playable on the Xbox Ally.
Later this year. What?
We have always wanted you to have the unique experience of
She meant the
Xbox on
console.
any screen.
Like,
That's why we're
it's
investing
playable
in
later
Xbox
this year.
Play Anywhere.
The console. The
Whether you're
game
playing
when
on
it launches.
console, PC, smart TV,
I'm just
or
writing it
any
down.
Windows handheld like the
Later
new
this year.
Xbox Ally.
Every word she
the
used
Xbox
implied is
experience
coming out
roams
this
with
year.
in an
your
Australian
library,
museum.
progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players should have. Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time.
Okay.
We both believe in bringing amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next
do you mean
game
by
does
that?
exactly that.
If they're making another
From
Dead to
Rebel
Rights,
World
that'd be
Studios,
nuts.
This
Okay.
is a story-rich
hell
action
yeah.
RPG steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest
This
of the
game
show.
looks insane. This is former Witcher devs. Former CD Projekt Red. I just had the Drewski meme. What do you mean by that?
I'm so happy we did that.
Fuck.
Monsters have always been here. Watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives. But we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us.
Whoa.
No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them.
A lot of Witcher vibes here.
But I became something else
Is this Ben?
instead.
It has to be. He's everywhere. Didn't sound like it in the
That was
beginning, and now it's like, that's Ben.
Yeah.
No, it's not Ben.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
The last like 3
The
sentences.
Dawnwalker,
No.
Ben Starlike.
trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all. He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
Greg Slacks. A Dawnwalker.
Jesus.
Chad, did they change the name, or am I like... I remember being like, is it Blood of the Dawnwalker or the Blood of Dawnwalker? I never liked the sort of... No, I think it's the
World
same, and
premiere.
I freaked myself out. That game has like a bunch of weird time-limited sort of... It's a 30-day game. It takes place over 30 days. That isn't like... Kind of like they're doing Majora's Mask type deal.
Oh, this could be a Viva Pinata. No, it's Mario.
Super
fuck
Meat
is
Boy.
that?
That's awesome. Wait, is this Super
3D
Meat Boy?
win?
Yo!
What? Go!
Holy shit. Now we're... Oh, man.
Whoa,
That's
cool.
fucking cool.
Holy shit!
Let's go.
It's like
a Mario 3D Mario 3D world.
Yeah.
Meat Boy. Yes,
dude.
Yeah. Does it still do the thing where it shows all of the runs at the end?
It's been so overdue for something like this. This rocks.
I love that Mike just casually goes, "Oh, it's Mario." And a fucking warpipe just showed up at an Xbox showcase.
Yeah, it's Mario.
Fuck yeah.
Holy shit. Dude, this rocks. Multiplayer?
Gotta get the boys back together.
That would be awesome.
Dude, I feel like we talk about the 2D indie games putting out 3D versions all the time. I feel like it never happens though.
And I feel like we've never talked about Meat Boy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
We'll get Shovel Knight soon, Andy. I promise.
Oh my god.
Watch your back, Yakumo.
That was Neo 3?
You're a wanted criminal now.
Gaiden 4.
It's my mission. My duty as a Raven Ninja.
Fuck yeah. Just keep showing that cyber shit, man.
Breaking the Dark Dragon free has its consequences.
This looks so good.
This is it.
Sayori.
Die. There's something I need your help with.
I love video game-ass video games.
Oh. It's a shark.
Man-eater.
Man. Make it 2.
Holy shit, that looked cool.
The Dark Dragon is mine.
A lot of blood.
Pretty lit.
A busy fall.
World premiere.
Ooh, Bethesda, here we go.
Greggy.
Indy.
Oh.
Here we go.
Good luck, Indy.
The DLC.
Oh yeah. It's the one that Greg has on his fantasy critic, right? Shia LaBeouf.
Oh my god.
This is where it starts. Beneath the streets of Rome. Enter the city of Antioch. Find a secret relic. Bring it back to the Holy See.
Troy Baker's really good.
The secret.
Troy Baker is really good at his job.
They worshipped the giants.
It's a good game right there.
It's a multiplayer action shooter.
How long do you want that to be, this DLC?
5 hours.
5 to 8 hour window?
It doesn't need to be 8. 5 hours is fine, yeah.
Okay.
World premiere.
I don't want it to be too long. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
I got things.
That
to
seems
do.
like a completion is like 13 or 14.
I'd like to hit
We're
8.
100%ing.
Yeah.
この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。輪廻の獣は汚れをあらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
White.
There's always a blight in a skirt.
What the
what?
Wait.
What? We definitely heard about this, didn't
Yeah, but no. Game Freak can't make a game that looks like this.
Yeah, how many more people did he hire in the studio?
What?
I thought like 30 people worked there.
That's not
Holy
fair.
shit. This looks awesome. This is them saying, quit talking shit. We can do this. We just get pressured. We can make things that look awesome.
These guys made Town.
人類は滅亡を待つのみ。
Yes.
This looks amazing.
I mean, this music sounds like some Last Guardian shit.
Wow.
Emma
Emma the Sealer. You're the blade that destroyed the beast of reincarnation.
That's cool.
That looks sick as hell.
What the hell?
That looks sick as hell. Nintendo, quit making us make Pokemon games in 4 months.
That was crazy.
That was really cool.
The glittering
Here's your
streets of
Clockwork
Avalon sure
Revolution.
do shine. Because they sweep their
You got that
filth
from
down
Avalon?
to us.
I just have a good feeling
The
about
look
that.
of the fonts. Yeah.
Who's for a paper?
Here's to playing in the mud.
God, this shit's so cool.
Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
That's a
ain't for the
crazy beard.
spineless.
To keep your filthy pickers off me!
And it sure as shite ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for what
Fuck yeah.
Oh, he's being a
What's
bloody
the
no.
fuck yeah about that?
Just everything. Just everything.
Like in the vibe.
I just love the vibe of this.
We just missed Bioshock, man.
Lord Griswick. Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill? We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit. They were, trust your instincts, sir. Tall, yes, sir. Built rather slim, well, muscular. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Was very quick, agile.
Look at that.
Go on.
This is cool. Screen right there, yeah.
No, larger. I see. Quite fashionable. That's the fiend who robbed me.
They got my good side this time.
This would be
Breaking
cool if it
in's
was
the
this year
easy
too.
part.
Do you think it could
Probably
be?
next year.
This
But,
feels
like,
next year.
This would be awesome if it was like, yo, it's slated for this year.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
These candlesticks ain't gold.
God damn, this looks good.
Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah, I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy!
Oh my god.
Anything else you'd care to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here, it's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no! I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack! I'll leave you with a pissing bed of peaches!
If it's
You've
this
either
year,
got a
there's two
gang
games
at
we're
your
talking about.
back, or a knife in it.
There's a weird coincidence.
Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
They just want us beaten, broken, and too scared to fight back.
I don't want to kill him.
That's why it pays to be clever and well-armed.
It's showing a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
They are showing a
This
lot.
might be this year.
For
This
this
is-
to be next year.
This has
and
got to
beyond.
be this year.
Let's go and end a few arguments.
Cool.
This looks really good.
Don't get cocky.
This feels like they're about to be like out right now.
Yeah. Demo out right now.
Yeah.
And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us.
Oh, whoa. Shit. Cool.
But look who just found Mummy's keys.
Oh,
now
sick.
I can fiddle with time.
This just keeps going.
Yeah, yeah.
Put the bullet back in the barrel. Bring the chaos to a crawl.
Whoa.
Take a mistake and make it like it never happened.
And now there's dinosaurs. And race cars.
One choice at a time.
Oh, it's like
Sick.
And I can even
what's the
go
zombie
back
game
and
we
change
played?
the
Where you
past.
can change
Dying
up
Light?
the world. Dying Light.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
And let me tell you,
Yes.
the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
Oh, fire. That's
damn.
cool, dude. Demo available now.
Man, Xbox games and demos, they don't really do that often.
Now let me alone and piss off.
I think the last time I saw an Xbox demo was like Sable and then Tunic.
Our creative teams are dedicated to bringing players
That was one of the better video game trailers.
That was awesome.
critically
That was
acclaimed
solid.
games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision.
It came back around. I was like, all right, that was a little bit too
Doom,
long. And then they showed the good shit. I was like, all right, this
Diablo
rocks.
4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios. All of our teams across Xbox First Party are shipping their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more content than ever before.
He reminds me
From
so much of
original
Funkhauser.
single-player experiences to vast
Curb
online worlds,
Enthusiasm. Oh.
our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how they play the games.
Why are they showing this on like a New Year,
So of course,
this year type
our
vibe?
games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records and brought millions of players into the game. We have more projects in the works as gaming continues to influence film and television like never before. When it comes to growing new franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other. From launching a blockbuster new game like Avowed to the upcoming release of The Outer Worlds 2 this October. Obsidian is always delivering great games, and they have a third game launching this year. You'll get to go deeper on it in our Direct, but until then, let's take a look.
No.
World premiere.
What else are they making?
Outer Worlds
Another
Shelter.
Pentiment? Like a Pentiment-like?
I bet you it's an Outer Worlds like mobile game.
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast.
Some grounded vibes here.
Oh, yeah. That makes perfect sense.
You
Yeah.
can ride anything.
The second
Take grounded somewhere else. Yeah, do something different with grounded now.
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at
Four-player
Brook
hack
Hollow
and
Park.
slash.
Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were
Wow.
miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival
thought they were
in
done
the
with that shit.
backyard of a
They're-
deranged
cool.
scientist.
They're done with
Formerly
Grounded,
evil
yeah.
company Eminent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers,
How big is
fast
Obsidian?
food science robot Burgle, and Dr. Tully when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
They're big now.
Honey, I blew up the kids.
They're in the park.
285 people work at Obsidian.
That's crazy.
You gotta keep them separated
this summer.
Dude, 3 games in 1 year.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Wow.
Holy
That's crazy.
shit.
What?
July 29th?
What are they doing? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Obsidian turning it out.
God damn.
The predecessor, ND3500, reached. Accessing predecessor's
Oh, this is
travel
that new
log.
one from the horror
Attempting
devs
data salvage.
who did a Silent Hill 2? Or
Bloober Team.
Yeah, that's their shooter. Yeah.
I have encountered an unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area
This game looks awesome.
Yeah, this one looks really cool.
highly unusual. They become exceptionally aggressive.
It is highly recommended to proceed with caution.
Sick.
They seem to act more consistently, in coordination.
Destroying the nest is now a priority.
Oh my god.
Such is our calling. Such is our calling.
I just love that they're like, hey, Dead Space, Isaac has a look, Doomslayer has a look. What's our look gonna be?
Yep.
We gotta make a
Crazy mouth hole.
Yeah.
That's that Doom DLC.
Ooh.
Too early for that, of course. ESO.
ESO. Yeah.
I was gonna say Redfall.
It's back, baby.
You thought we were
We're
done.
relaunching.
We figured it out.
You excited for this?
Me and Greg had a really good time coming back to this. I unfortunately just do not have time to devote to an MMO, but the community, I'm sure, will get very excited about this and have some fun. It's a great game at its core. I just don't have time for an MMO. And if I do, you know where I'm going.
GTA Online, that's
World
right.
of Warcraft.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
How about this?
I can't imagine what it must be like for other people in the industry that are super hardcore into Final Fantasy 14, something like Michael Hyam or something, where it's like, that's the game you're maining, but how the hell do you have time for anything else? Like, that's...
What's beyond the wall, Tim? That's the question for Elder Scrolls Online.
Usually
What's
is.
beyond that wall?
What are they hiding from us? Or are they hiding us from them? Damn, think about that.
Premiere.
Sam.
Deep, Andy.
Hey, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, chat. Let's see them Twitch Primes. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for everybody watching.
Mayday! Mayday! Hold 1 to mission control. We're falling! Thomas, the ship's breaking apart. There's no time. Evacuate now! Thomas, come in!
Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world to save mankind. And I'll always love you for that.
Not okay.
What?
New Life is Strange game. Oh.
Subnautica,
What
but
the
in
hell?
space.
Remember, they made just songs. So this feels kind of like maybe that team working on something new. Oh, Zach Johnson in chat says this is the Banishers team.
Oh, really? This is the banner? Oh, shit. I need to play Banishers Abridged.
Thomas, wherever you are,
Oh, Jesus.
I'll find you.
Miss Thomas.
He's staying warm.
He's turning into some shit. The fuck is happening to Thomas?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Whoa, sick.
Damn. Fucked up. NASA didn't get the call.
Damn. They're gonna go after them like Sweet Baby.
World premiere.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations, much like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the Grand, a hotel famous across the land. Every room used to be in such high demand. Your wish I'll command here at the Grand.
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with
Hotel
that?
flipper.
Oh, shit.
You know.
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village.
The whole city.
You have his power tools. You know,
Oh,
you
damn.
where he left off. You seem like a good man.
Yeah, what if we
Joey for a month to this?
What if we put a bunch of narrative into these styles of games, you know?
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really up to.
There's a mystery.
It's like Alan Wake.
You got a little mystery going on.
They will
What the
reprimand
hell?
your ass.
You keep looking into things, and things are gonna start looking back. Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this place, the only one you can really trust is me.
Thanks.
This is a crazy trailer.
This is crazy, dude. Someone in the chat said this is a surprise and delight.
Yes.
This has turned into 15 different games.
Yeah, a lot of things going on here.
You got Cthulhu.
Like, I thought I knew what this game was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
It's like Ghostbusters too. Not the second one, just as well.
There are no ghosts at the Grand.
There are as many gods in the world as there are
Age of
stars
Mythology.
in the heavens.
Yeah.
And when we need their help,
I'll tell you what, Tim, I could go for another Age of Empires. I know Age of Empires 4, still pretty new. You slap a 5 on something, I'm playing it. You slap a 5 on it, I'll be out there.
She unlocked the heavenly spear. But is she worthy?
I need to see a game trailer that starts off with like over 17 quadrillion players.
Yeah.
You can't rule if the heavenly spear is mine.
주권 국가의 자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가? 만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가? 그렇게 믿고 있거나 믿고 싶을 뿐.
There's a lot happening.
Oh. This is not what I thought was going to be.
Hey now.
We don't get many third-person action military games. We need more of these.
What if it's like a way out? What the fuck?
Kill dodge?
당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가?
This looks fucking sick, dude.
당신의 분노를 이용한다.
This looks fucking awesome.
지정태.
Yeah.
지정태.
Mark it down.
Mark it
That
down,
woke me up.
everybody.
Mark it down. Roger's gonna be pissed because it was 3 blue lights instead of 3 green lights. He's gonna be pissed.
Wudang 2 hearts. I assume that was a Korean studio.
Mm-hmm. Gotta be.
And as we know, Korea's making big moves right now in AAA video games.
Ooh, okay. Game looks good.
Game looks really good.
Looked very cool. Oh my God!
Okay. Fuck yeah!
Novo. Te quemai te mana. Muy te unanite waiora.
Mike, did you finish this game?
I did. I told you I liked this one a lot.
God, this one's so
yeah,
good.
this is one of those that like got me out of my comfort zone and made me play these games, and I liked it.
Like, you ever play Inside?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great game.
It's a good ass game.
Andy, I feel like you would really fuck with this game.
Yeah, I know I would. It was just a real bad time.
Yeah.
I had sworn a vow of I'm not playing.
I think, was this like around Tears of the Kingdom or some shit?
The little cat dude. Yeah, this was, I think, around Tears of the Kingdom. And I forced myself to beat this before I started Tears.
This is definitely a blessing ass game, but I think I was reviewing Tears, and so I just had no shot at playing this. Instead, I played.
You can turn into a little fish now.
Make a Somerville 2, you coward.
Do you want that blessing?
No. Maybe.
slap that old man across the head with that stick.
Oh no.
They kidnapped the little baby.
Kidnapped.
Cool.
Fuck yeah.
Hey,
Yo,
DJ Hectic, thanks for your prime.
Where's Playdead at? They put out 2 of these. Playdead's only put out 1 inside in the last decade.
We got a Neva as well.
Our first Switch logo.
Ooh. Was the first one on Switch? Everybody play Planet of Lana.
Yeah, that's a good game.
That cat is the best. It's not actually a cat, but that's the best name I can come up for it.
Fallout 76. They got fishing now.
Oh shit. And he plays a ghoul.
Well, hello.
Is that out
there.
now?
Beautiful.
You know, I don't know. I assume that came out forever.
No,
Was that not
we're there yet? I don't think we're there
Wait,
yet.
really?
Damn, really? I thought that happened.
I assume that happened like when the TV show came out.
Chat, let me know. Because
Yes,
Skyline
you'll
Ridge
find
didn't
fish
have
of
it.
all
And
flavors
then,
Yeah, you can be a
every
ghoul
walk
a
Now
while
when?
ago now.
Okay.
From its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds. Just step up to the bank,
just pieced out.
cast your line, and when your
just
father
fishing.
starts bobbing,
Hey, Sunhead,
reel in
thanks for the prime.
rewards.
Jay played it, and it's Bro Dad. Thank you, everybody, using your
What do you
primes
got on
and
there, Jed?
subscriptions on us.
Worms. And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea. And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails. Can you smell that? No matter what troubles plague the future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb? Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout. Ah, community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
Get cozy and fish now.
World
People love
premiere.
fishing. They love fishing in video games.
They do.
Oh, leveling.
Barry, you watch this one?
No, I should. That's the homie, Alex Lee, who's the main character.
Who also voices Luke in Street Fighter.
He's everywhere.
The Best Buy yesterday, Bless, a bunch of Luke amiibo. It's just a lot.
Oh,
of them.
really?
The most.
I thought you were going to say the Best Buy. He was also there.
He was hanging out in there flexing. I was reminded by my email today that I apparently pre-ordered the SD card Express. And it's sitting at the Best Buy that's nearby.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I picked up my controller from there. I forgot to pick up the SD card. I think that's open today.
The Best Buy?
Yeah.
I got mine, but apparently people were dropping some tested data rates of the SanDisk one with the Mario on it.
Yeah.
Apparently games load faster on
The internal.
internal than on the card.
Still pretty fast on the card.
RSP Fate, thanks for your 46 months support. Appreciate you.
World premiere.
I'll tell you what, we'll do anything but a Viva Pinata. You know what I mean? We'll do anything but a Viva Pinata.
I was going to say close enough. Welcome back, DokeV.
DokeV?
Yeah, right.
Where is that game?
Great question.
It's going to come out after Crimson Desert.
Remember when Power World took over our lives? It was so fun. God, that game rocks. High five with the tail. What you know about that?
That looked like 2 ass slaps. That's what that looked like.
You know about that?
I do love that Mike sees a colorful thing and goes, man, we could have Viva Pinata.
Yeah.
They'll do anything but give us Viva Pinata, Andy. The Xbox fans want it.
Like, this isn't a rare game.
They should fucking make it happen.
I can't tell what this is.
Me
Is this
either.
Pokemon? Or is this?
But you're also turning into them a little bit, right?
Yeah. Okay, no, you're fighting.
Are they saying
Digimon
Power
Season
World?
4.
I don't think this is from Pocket Pair.
Oh, they're saying Go. I can hear Power World.
Blessing, what was that one game? Chia, right? Where you could like turn into a bunch of different animals?
Yeah.
Animo.
Okay.
Chia.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Tony
It's
Hawk.
Tony.
What's up, Tony
I
Hawk?
just
Hawk
want to say
Man.
thanks to everyone for all the love and support we've seen.
You know, it kinda looks like
since we
Daniel
announced
LaRusso.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
He does.
3 and 4 a few months
Just gotta
ago.
dye his hair.
These
He's gotta
games
be
have
blonde.
changed
Yeah,
my
exactly.
life. But more than that, I've seen them help spread a love and appreciation for skating.
Tony Hawk is such
all
a
over
familiar
the
face to
world.
me that, like,
And
when he
that
first
means
popped up, I
everything
thought
to
he
me
was
and the
somebody
team.
that I knew.
I can't wait for you all to
Tony.
experience the
Yeah,
game.
that's my guy,
It's been
Tony.
rebuilt
That's
with
why no one
so
can
much care
recognize
and
him in
attention to
person.
detail. There's some brand new parks, new music, new skaters, and more. And you can enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a
demo
lot more surprises
right
to
now.
come. Check out the launch trailer now.
Damn. It's gotten older.
The Hawk Man,
we
bro.
see Bam
Everyone's
or
getting
what?
older, is right.
What's up?
Do we see Bam?
In the trailer?
They already did.
Yeah.
They announced him, so. This new level water park kicks ass. Oh, this is a new one. This is pinball. They haven't officially revealed this yet.
Cool.
God, I can't wait.
First time seeing Shipyard.
This might be my first time playing through Tony Hawk 3 without using the cheat codes, like the gravity cheat code and the unlimited rail.
Wow, dude. So pretty.
London.
There's Bam.
There he is with the song. Perfect. Ooh,
Did
that's new
Bear,
level
did you
too.
raise the volume?
Oh!
I did. I couldn't.
Whoa!
Mikey!
Fuck yeah! He looks awesome.
That looks sick.
Fun secret characters. Let's go.
I could not bump up the volume for that.
I just thought it was them doing it. I was like, what weird. Oh, cool.
Doomslayer.
Holy
Ripping.
shit.
He's
Get the
ripping.
fuck out of here. Oh my god. Oh,
Oh,
today.
demo today, cool.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that's sick. Doomslayer.
That was already known. That's the collector's edition.
Oh, gotcha.
Premiere.
Never two. Oh, shit. So it's not only 33 Immortals, it's also this.
Interesting. Muffins.
Beautiful. God dang, that looks beautiful.
The art reminds me of Rogue Prince of Persia a little bit.
Oh, it's so nice. What's happening with 33 Immortals?
Did you play it?
No. Like, it's I need it on Steam. This is what I'm like.
Okay.
I don't want to play it on Xbox preview on their console. Maybe on a Raja LAX.
Xbox PC?
Yeah.
Well, on the app?
Was it on? But you have to do like the weird preview event. You have to sign up for that shit.
Hold up.
What the hell?
This is sick.
This is fucking cool.
This looks amazing.
This looks fucking awesome. Damn.
Dang.
Wow.
Little parry.
Incredible animation.
At Fate's End.
The surprise and the delights, the unknowns. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That kicks ass. Well, here it is.
Go.
All around me are the
Who decided to show up? It's game time, baby!
You think you can still find your way back home, Phoenix?
Looks like they upgraded.
Yeah.
How's your baby? Let's do this.
I put me on the stream for this one.
Dude, this multiplayer rocks. You want to play it?
Oh, 1,000. Oh, I want to play the campaign.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. Then we got to get
And
you
I'll-
and
and I'll
Greg
play
on
the
the campaign.
multiplayer.
That's right. We'll make it happen. We got to get you and Greg to love Gears.
Form up!
It's a real good video game. One that you go back, you're like, oh, this is why people loved it. Like, I didn't play it back in the day, but playing it recently, like, it kicks ass. I'm just so excited you can play it on keyboard and mouse now.
World premiere.
Yeah, Jake the dog. It's so funny hearing him talk in the game.
Yep.
Let's go.
Here we go.
My heart.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
God.
Holy shit.
Oh.
That's why it was green themed.
Did you ever play Persona 4?
No.
The one you got your Vita?
Oh my god.
God
For
damn.
some reason, I thought when you got the Vita, that was like required.
I mean, it is. Revival.
Revival.
Interesting.
Huh.
We're not going to get that for a while.
Huh. Persona 6 is next gen, baby.
The Smugglers League is always there.
Damn, those voice actors really aren't coming back.
See us.
Yeah, that was.
If that's all we're seeing, those voice actors for real were not coming back.
And the only way you'd ever know it
Damn, R.I.P. Yuri Lowenthal.
is if that's what we
All right, let's give another cast of voice actors a chance.
as smugglers.
Yuri's awesome, but he's also.
I mean, they had
smugglers are
all-star
afraid
cast.
to handle guns.
And they
We
want
can
to
have another all-star cast. Persona 3's cast was all-star as
It's a
well.
life of danger like no other. So I guess my question is, can you handle that?
Getting your hands on gold is one thing, but you should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the room, the better. Smugglers need to be adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows. You should be ready to take advantage of others' misfortune. Stealing, of course, is always an option. Just do whatever it takes to get the job done. You are pirates, after all.
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League. You're paying for that.
Season 17. Holy shit!
Welcome to Sea of Thieves, boys.
God
That's
damn.
right. Oh yeah.
Good for them.
World premiere.
Big deal.
Nuke
Silk
Nukem.
song.
Walking Dead season 1. Oh,
This is ridiculous.
Is this Dispatch?
Yeah, I think so.
Come on.
But they wouldn't say world premiere, right?
Oh shit! It's Invincible.
Had enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
Dude, they look great.
What's the game look like? Is it a real-time strategy game?
A tactics game.
I hoped you'd understand why I had to do this.
Oh yeah.
Accept our rule or die.
Damn, it looks awesome.
Get
I'd
me.
like to propose a third option.
Explosion.
Fighting game?
No.
Oh yeah.
You're son
Tag.
anymore.
Oh yeah.
I'm the
No.
guy.
Oh yeah.
3v3 tag.
Oh yeah.
For good.
So I can confirm I have played this game.
Oh,
That is all I can say.
Trusted you.
You'll hear more info soon.
Oh shit! I just got. I'm getting goosebumps like crazy.
It looks really, really good.
Ready to bleed?
Come
This
on.
is over.
Holy fuck! Just juggling, man.
Let's do this!
Gotcha.
Need a hand? Might want to look up.
See how you like this?
This looks very high quality. Good for them.
Yeah. I will say unfortunate timing after the Marvel game.
I see it all now.
A lot of cool fighting games though. 2XKO.
Oh, yeah.
This. They got a big
Dude.
roster in Invincible. Of cool
That's
characters.
my thing.
'Cause I don't really know many
man.
Invincible
Who's
characters.
all the Viltrumites?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
we
Viltrumites.
Do they got a lot of characters?
They showed 6 characters.
Yeah.
Whenever the Invincible credits hit, it's always just the best song. Why don't they use that song more in the show?
Yeah. Final Fantasy. Tap.
Finally.
Holy shit!
Finally.
Holy
That's
shit.
crazy. Damn. We're in a new era.
We're in a new
Wow.
fucking era, man.
Is this going to be both of them or just remake?
So far, it's just remake.
Man, it took forever.
God, this is such a good game.
Chad, post a clip when we were playing Rebirth, and I looked at Mike and I was like, "When's Xbox gonna get one of these?" He was like, "Don't start."
Whoa, whoa, whoa. 16.
Oh yes!
Let's go.
Know your place, little lamb.
Phil went over there and they said, Phil, we're coming. He said, please get over here.
Is that how the conversation went?
And that's it. They said, Phil, we're coming. He said, please, God,
we need you.
just get over here.
I played the first hour of this last night on Steam Deck using GeForce Now.
Yeah.
It's too good of a game.
I don't think this is one of those games that's never gonna get the respect it deserves.
Amen. So many haters.
Ooh, oh, oh, oh.
Endure a second claim upon her being, but she may be saved by you.
Oh shit!
That's awesome.
My brother Joshua.
That was a big
Hell
deal.
yeah.
World premiere.
Here we go.
Right.
Let's
go!
You're playing as the lighthouse. This looks cool.
Whoa. Wow.
Holy shit.
Pretty.
Like Banjo-Kazooie, except you're a bear. You're a lighthouse.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
close.
Thank you, you know?
This seems to be like one of their Game Jam games. There's some like ideas that I've seen from one of their documentaries that seems like they evolved.
It comes out this year, October.
It looked really cool.
Very pretty. Love the colors.
Games like Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine excels at creating unique and innovative experiences, and Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Today, you've seen an incredible range of games from creators across the globe. Creators like In Exile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution. Sluggerfly, making Team Meat's modern classic platformer into 3D. Square Enix, bringing more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise to our players. And Team Ninja, returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox. You've also seen the next Xbox hardware release, our Xbox Ally handheld, which lets you bring your Xbox experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you. We're proud of the creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately after Showcase, our Direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at The Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2.
Oh, wow.
Grounded, thanks for joining us today. But before we get into the Direct, we have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
25 years of Xbox. One more big title. They wouldn't do me like that.
Premiere.
That butterfly.
What's up, butterfly?
Crimson Butterfly.
Everwild.
Silk song. Everwild.
Not a world premiere, but still.
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
Perfect Dark?
You already know us as a global tech leader. Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide.
But they are, right?
Fucking robots, dude.
Elevate everyday life. Reshaping the future of technology on a global scale. I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
like Prey 2.
I know. Wait.
Whoa, what the hell is going on? They wanted an Alan Wake.
Wake. Fear is a powerful thing. David Mason. Menendez.
Call of Duty. Welcome back.
Mason? Holy shit.
They got
Holy
you. They got all you
shit.
motherfuckers. You were all excited. Welcome back to Black Ops, baby.
I mean, I'm down for a Black Ops. Jesus Christ.
I mean, we saw how crazy that last campaign got.
We're on the yearly cycle. We're never getting off of it. Get a hold of it.
Closing your show. Fuck off.
A choice for sure.
That one, after the big hype,
fuck outta
we're going to
here.
go to a game that's been with us since the beginning. And you're like, all right, Phil, what do you got? Yeah, here's Call of Duty, jabronis. Enjoy.
Wow. I've never been played with like that.
I don't know why Mike acted like he was part of that review.
And now he's out.
Yeah.
Mike's like, bye, y'all.
Where's he going? I feel like I've been fucked with. That was worse than Sonic Revolution.
Sounds like Resident Evil 9.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. We here at the studio have joked around that this has been the year of Obsidian, with Avowed releasing early this year and now ending the year with 2 more games. And what better way to cap this incredible year for us than by doing what our studio does best, sequels.
That was insane.
That's where I come in. You can do that
What a
first.
call.
Thank you so much. No, you're doing great. You nailed it. The sequel is the lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard. No sequel, no dual SMGs. No sequel, no raccoon tail. No sequel, no Zune 2. Which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had.
There was a Zune 2.
There was? There was a Zune 2? I'm Mark, the head of sequels here at Obsidian. And I have sequelized everything. Blockbuster movies to AAA video games to my first marriage. So trust me, I know what I'm doing.
To no one's surprise,
Come
I
along this
fucking
journey
love
with
this
me.
guy.
Oh, he's great.
Part 2.
Let the killing commence.
The Outer Worlds 2 is a sequel to The Outer Worlds 1. It's a continuation of the themes of robber barons in space and how people are controlled by the stories they're told by the people
Barry,
who
you
have
ever
power
play Outer
over
Worlds
them.
1?
This time we're able to go
I
a
got
lot
like
deeper
5
because we have
hours
more
into
time
it and then
money,
dropped
which is
it.
a
What
great
year
thing.
did it come
And
out?
we're able to make
come
it a
out?
much more true
2019.
Obsidian reactive RPG than
Yeah, I
we were
wonder
the
what
first
else
time around.
was happening around then. It didn't grab me. I did like the world and the writing,
So we're going
though.
deeper and more
but just like the
complex with
moment-to-moment
everything for the
gameplay, I just
sequel.
wasn't in the
Deeper
mood
story,
for it, I think.
lore, RPG interactions,
I'm interested in
reactivity,
checking
all the
this out,
things we've
though.
been known for as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25 years that I've had the chance to do a full sequel for a world that I helped co-create. It's really just a fantastic opportunity to explore and expand the universe in interesting ways, and to go even further with the themes of how people are affected by living in a dystopian corporate reality.
You can shoot your way through it, you can talk your way through it, you can sneak your way through it. And so no matter what kind of play style that you like, this is just an awesome franchise and an awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
The first Outer Worlds was a great base to start from, as it has all the elements of a great Obsidian RPG. Interesting characters, deep worlds, important choices. In the Outer Worlds 2, not only did we want to double down on those elements, but we wanted to give players even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills and traits that impact things like combat, conversations, and areas that we call RPG interactions, which are the part of the world where players can use their specific skills, perks, and backgrounds
you're not
to
strong
solve
enough, so you
problems
gotta
in
engineer
unique
some
ways
shit.
in our new, bigger
Love
worlds.
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create. We prioritize those deeper RPG options with different character builds and combos so players can express their role-playing power fantasies. We also have different equipment options for different playstyles and different companions with different abilities.
Remember when the Silk Song was shown?
In the first Outer Worlds, you start off as the Stranger,
How much
which
it was
was
shown?
basically a blank slate to build on top of with various attribute points that would begin to define your personal experience in the game. You can make any kind of character you want, but we've given you a role. That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or space sky marshals. They're the good guys that go into places and kind of fix everything that's wrong. You're gonna be one of those. But we don't tell you why you joined the Earth Directorate. There could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have been because you're an actual lawbringer and you want to go in there and spread law throughout the galaxy. It could be that you're a roustabout and you just had nothing better to do.
I have about 30 Tony Hawk demo codes that we're going to be giving away in the chat during the games
choosing your traits. While we had attributes in the first Outer Worlds, we've leaned into traits for the Outer Worlds 2, which are these big changes to your character depending on which ones you pick.
Something you got to request to get or what?
So it could be something like brilliant.
Pre-order thing?
It's a pre-order demo, but I have codes that you can redeem
and
to get
that's
it
obviously
even
really
without
great
the
if that's how you want to build your character. You can also go and do something like Lucky, where you get extra critical chance, and you also get a lot of really cool options throughout the game as well. Of course, we brought back dumb, so so players love the dumb option.
See, I didn't do.
Do you believe it?
I didn't really know what that was in Outer Worlds 1, but when me and Greg did the re-review, the #1 question we kept getting was like, did you all ever see the game's ending as like the dumb with the dumb choices, as the dumb character? I was like, no, I didn't, but I'm so fascinated as to what that could possibly
you get
be.
Like, lots of really cool, fun conversation options in the game, but we took that even further. And again, there's lots of elements in the game where you can be dumb and use that for something. Could be something as simple as banging on a machine to get it to work. After you've invested in some of your traits, your next choices are going to be choosing your skills. The skills themselves basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your character is doing in the game. That will be everything from playing stealthily to speccing for an explosive specialty.
Dude, I can't wait for this game, but I also don't want to watch this. I want to experience everything fresh.
Yeah.
So I'm listening, but I'm also like, oh, I wish I could just turn off
your entire journey, your character continues to change with the different choices you make. In the Outer Worlds 1, it actually had more skills than we have, so we condensed them down to really the core and essence of what we really wanted there. But we made each point that you put into a skill much more impactful. So instead of getting small percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all these things, because of how they're checked inside the world itself, can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a lot more options in the world itself. If anybody's played Fallout New Vegas, they'll be very familiar with like the perk system.
I'm being honest.
Basically borrowed
with
that.
how my brain works.
But went even grander. We actually have more perks than Fallout New Vegas did. But here's the cool thing,
right?
We check and use perks for literally
it's like he thinks we're getting ready for news. He doesn't realize we're live reacting to this.
The steal stuff and is really good at that. Okay, great. Well, you can take maybe the pickpocketing perk. So that's not available to everybody, but if you select that, now you can actually go around and steal things out of people's pockets.
Yeah, maybe. Couldn't hurt.
There's another perk called heavy-handed, right? Where say you're a melee person, what this does is now your power attacks that you use actually knock people down.
Oh man, I really like the serial killer perk. As you start killing people, they will drop hearts. And you can take those hearts, and essentially you're taking these trophies, you could say, and it's actually giving you a permanent health bonus every time you do it. We have this perk called Assassin, Now, this is an early game perk that you can take, which every time you stealth attack an enemy, you're actually going to get a movement bonus for a certain amount of time.
Stabbed in the ass.
I'm so glad it looks... I mean, obviously, it should look better than a game in 2019, but Outer Worlds was like really unpretty at times.
Oh, yeah.
Flaws were a system that everybody loved from the first game, but we wanted to make it more personal to the player. We wanted it to really reflect how you were playing the game and give you a bonus that you actually wanted to really engage with.
With the flaw system returning, we knew we needed to go bigger, better, and more real than ever before. So, we turned to the team. I told them, no bad ideas. Give me what you got.
I love this.
Okay, we need more flaws. We need them to be real. I want to put them in the game, so give me something. Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I have bad knees.
You have bad knees? They hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game.
I know it.
It's a good flaw. What about you?
That's awesome. I like to take small things sometimes.
So you're stealing?
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
I don't.
Claire. Yeah, you shouldn't be stealing. What are you doing? You shouldn't be stealing, Claire.
Tiny crimes.
Tiny crimes? Do you hear the second part, though? It's a crime.
Well.
You're stealing. Claire, that's wrong. You can't steal things, okay? But it's an amazing flaw, and I'm putting it in the game. But you're a bad person. And are you the one that took my stapler?
Do you need it?
Yeah. Give it back.
Okay.
Please. You, what do we got? Flaw.
I like to stare at the sun.
How long did you stare at the sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
I get an hour. An hour.
Oh. Makes me feel energized.
How many fingers am I holding up?
3?
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game because I feel bad for you. Anything else?
One of my favorite flaws is something called bad knees. It will actually give you the option to take this flaw that'll make it so that you move faster throughout the game. But the problem is, anytime you stand up, your knees are going to make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is going to hear you.
Oh,
that's awesome.
There's one called Kleptomaniac. This is really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can actually sell it for more bits than normal. And like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at things in the world that are owned by somebody else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
One of our more wacky perks is the Sun Gazer Flaw, and it just gives everyone
about 30 minutes
while playing their game. So everything becomes like light shafts and blooms and hazes, and makes the game pretty unplayable.
It looks like the first
if you
game.
happen to choose that perk.
If you happen to be the type of player that habitually reloads your weapons like I do, well, you'll be offered the flaw of over-prepared.
We're over-prepared. We're always
You'll
prepared.
get larger magazine sizes on all of your weapons, but if you ever fully empty your magazine, you're going to take a debuff for a while.
Oh, good.
Cool.
We never do that.
Well,
So
there's
that's good.
options like
'Cause
being
you're
a
dead
gunslinger
after
who wants to key into destructive weapons, or a rogue who wants to alpha strike their enemies before they know what hit them. We also allow for a lot of fun and experimental builds. You can be a mad scientist who utilizes gadgets and wacky science weapons and armors. Or even a psychopath who gains permanent bonuses to health by murdering their friends.
I love how much these feel
Nothing
like
shows the
roguelike
impact of these
upgrades.
character build options
Like how
better
goofy
than,
and
in
weird
my
they are,
opinion,
but this
the
is for a
bridge
full
area,
ass
which is a
RPG.
quest you get early on in Paradise Island. Not only do you kind of encounter this very early, and it's a very core one to the story, but it really expresses our philosophy of allowing the player to solve problems in a bunch of ways.
Like you playing
So
this?
you may solve it by
I'm on the fence,
speech
Bless. I
options. You
fell
may
off
talk to
pretty
them
hard
and maybe have to go to a
on the
quest for
first
them
one.
and
Didn't
kind
really
of
love
prove
some of
that
the
you're a
gameplay
friend of the
mechanics that I was
protectorate
running
to get
into.
by.
I may have
And
need
so
of your
I don't
help,
know on this.
stranger.
I'm not fully sold
If
on
you
this.
are ready to seize an opportunity to show
You would think
fealty
this
to
is
the
normally a game for me because
Yeah, I
I
would've
am
looked at
a
this and thought it was
Bethesda
blazing.
kid
You
with
could just
the
take everyone
Fallout
out inside the POI, lower the bridge
Oblivion and
yourself, and
Skyrim,
get
but
across.
just never fell in love with this world yet. So maybe this is the one for me. I was really interested to hear the review, how high they were. And also, did you play the Murders one? The Murder
Sneak
Mystery?
in.
No, I
Did you
gotta
get
wait
to that
halfway
DLC?
through it.
Sneak in
Did
under
you ever
the
try
bridge
that?
to get
I
over
played
to the
one of
other
the
side.
DLCs. I don't
Okay.
think it was the Murder Mystery.
Yeah, they got a Murder Mystery you might want to check out. I hear
Murder
that was
on
pretty good.
Eridanos or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fell off this pretty hard. I haven't gone back.
Andy, during the re-review, was Greg higher on it than he was during his original review? Because I remember listening back in the day, and he wasn't hot.
He
on
was,
it.
yeah.
You can bypass the bridge entirely if you found like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from poison gas as you go across, or the double jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across the chasm and get across that way. There's even a really kind of messed up way, right? Which is players can actually sacrifice one of their companions. The companion who they just found is part of.
We're no different than the Breeze if we start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who can't see the wrong in it.
I must admit, I'm surprised we could come to an understanding. But I thank you for your loyalty, stranger. As promised, you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
It's such a fun quest, but again, it really showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to. When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
From the very beginning of our discussions about the Outer Worlds, we really knew we wanted every game to take place in a different colony.
A good shot.
This lets us expand on all aspects of the universe. Every colony can be its own thing with its own flavor, and we can center them around anything we want. Any ideas or setting we're interested in.
Except he's a little bit off-center.
Arcadia is an isolated colony with abundant resources, and it's run by an authoritarian faction called the Protectorate. Their dictatorship is thematically based around the question of how much freedom people will give up for security and luxury. For Protectorate subjects, unfortunately, that answer is everything. The Protectorate is also incredibly wealthy because it was founded by the inventor of the skip drives, which are the Outer World's faster-than-light engines. But those skip drives are starting to cause rifts in space-time, which are cutting off all the other colonies on Earth from being able to trade with each other. The Order of the Ascendant is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original game, and like them are a science-based religion with the same goal of solving the universal equation, which will allow them to predict and alter the future to the benefit of all mankind. They used to be part of the Protectorate, but they split off to focus on solving the equation for the good of everyone, not as a way to simply control the masses. The player's been sent to Arcadia as an Earth Directorate agent to find out how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done to stop them. Each of the factions have their own solutions to the rift problem and their own goals. The Protectorate wants to close them to protect their legacy as the inventor of the drives and their wealth. The Order wants to close them not only for the good of everyone, but also because they're complicating the math they're using to solve the universal equation. And Antes just wants to be able to open and close them at will to control all the trade routes between the colonies. In addition to expanding the themes and lore of the Outer Worlds, we're also expanding the humor, so each faction has its own flavor of absurdity. Anti's Choice is a merger between Anti-Cleo and Spacer's Choice from the original game, and there are corporate representatives in the Outer Worlds too. They've invaded Arcadia to liberate their resources for all of humanity, at a profit, of course.
One of my favorite things from Fallout New Vegas is the radio system. It was just iconic for me, and I wanted to make sure that the Outer Worlds 2 had that. So we actually built out 3 different radio stations, one for each of the major factions. You also have a ton of music. Each station might have, like, I think 20 tracks of unique music that we've made for it. It's a lot of stuff.
That's cool.
But the really cool part about this entire thing is that we actually put a lot of reactivity into the radio. So it will respond to the things that are going on around the world that you've been interacting with. So if you go into a location, let's say you solve a problem for the Protectorate folks, if you listen to the Protectorate radio station, they're going to be cheering you on as a hero.
Wonderful news, everyone. The Zeranium gas leaks at the Automech repair facility, strongly believed to be caused by Anti's Choice malefactors, have been corrected.
Some hotshot for hire just managed to fix the electrum leak in their repair facility. Now, I'm not saying we caused it in the first place, but we sure like the idea of all those broken automechanicals and all the excessive gasping and choking involved.
The factions and companions are great examples of how we're going deeper and more complex this time around. They're integrated into the game's storyline much more than we did on the first Outer Worlds. And like with everything else in the game, they have a lot more reactivity. There are 6 companions in the Outer Worlds too. As usual, each has their own quest lines, but this time they are also connected to a different faction and have character arcs that the player can affect through their choices. Your first companion is Niles. He's another Earth Directorate agent like you, and he's looking for your help to decide whether he wants to become an even better agent or to turn his back on the Earth Directorate completely. There's also a somewhat cute Automech support drone that is basically Niles' helper. Her name is Val. Marisol is part of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's an aging but still deadly assassin. That's right, she's a deadly mathematician who may or may not have some unfinished business to attend to with the player's help.
Andy, you gotta do what I do.
There's also a cultist
in one ear, out the other.
part of the sub-faction that
like I'm
worships
listening,
the
but I'm not
rifts,
hearing shit.
And in her case, violence in general. You can choose to either turn her away from overt violence or support her chaotic and dangerous tendencies. At one time, Auntie's Choice had a program to graft soldiers with animal parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work and most of them are now dead. There's a combat medic who survived, however, named Inez, and she wants the player to help her fix her graft, among other things. Finally, there's Tristan. He's a protected arbiter who is judge, jury, and executioner all rolled into one heavily armored package. It is your choice to either help him judge wrongdoers or show him what true justice looks like.
We definitely have reactivity in the game based on how you've been treating your companions. I won't reveal the end of the game, but let's say if you have not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
Companions are a very, very important part of merchandising because that's the real beauty of the sequel. We're talking merch, baby. It is the lifeblood. It is what fuels us. Do you want to see some of my ideas? Hop, hop. Check this out. Gen Alpha loves body pillows, especially ones that look like human beings for some reason, right? Who needs a significant other when you could have a knife-wielding space psycho up in your sheets, huh? What do they do with them when they get them, huh? Maybe a little napping, maybe a little
I love this. I
snuggling,
need somebody
maybe
to
a little...
snuggle with.
Yeah.
Nah.
I like this guy.
He's bringing the energy.
Shout out Ben
This
Schwartz.
world depicted a
That's
frontier
Sonic right
colony
there.
in space. The Outer Worlds 2 is driven by an invasion of the Arcadia colony system by Auntie's Choice, which shifts the visuals to be more reminiscent of a World War I-like setting in space.
Wow.
That evolution is seen across all aspects of the game, starting with the factions. How do you militarize everything, including extreme capitalists or math-crazed scientists? In a World War I setting, war comes with propaganda. The Sovereign uses it to maintain control. Auntie's Choice uses it to help their bottom line. The Order just wants to show how it exists within the grand plan. We want players to feel like Arcadia is a living, breathing place scarred by a long-standing war. Fairfield, one of the first towns you encounter, was once under Protectorate control, but has recently been taken over by Auntie's Choice. They don't just occupy the town, they rebrand it with their signature style, repainting buildings, posting guards, and adding propaganda-based holograms featuring Auntie and the Moon Man.
Barrett just dropped
Showing
in
the
Slack.
towns
Outer
evolving
Worlds
after
2
the
is an
invasion
$80
helps
game.
us push immersion for our players.
Better
One
be
of
on
our
Game
priorities
Pass.
in visually realizing the
get on
world
Game
of the Outer
Pass.
Worlds
That's tough.
2 was making sure everything is clear and recognizable from the player standpoint. We want to make sure each faction has a particular look and design. So when the player is running across these vast, different environments and landscapes, they're recognizing the motifs and visuals of who they're talking to, what they're going to be talking about, and how that progresses throughout the story. The first Outer Worlds was really about the player interfacing with corporations. And while we have that in the Outer Worlds 2, we really want to express not just the corporations, but how the player interacts with other facets of the world, like government entities or religious structures. And then we elaborate on those.
With larger environments, we wanted to encourage exploration by improving player mobility across the board. Now you can run, slide, double jump, mantle, and parkour your way through all of the nooks and crannies of these worlds. It really allows the player to just explore and have fun.
You could
finding
not
really
do
cool
any
stuff.
of this in part 1. But after playing about it, it's like they're going to have a bunch of that shit in here.
We've aimed to make everything in the Outer Worlds 2 better from top to bottom. The RPG elements were the start, but that's touched our story, our art, and especially our gameplay. A good sequel is true to the original. That's first and foremost, right? Like, we all want to add in a bunch of things as you're making a sequel, right? We want to make it bigger and better in every way. That's what we were trying to do here. And I thought, we did not need this consultant. We've made enough sequels. We understand how to do this. And I will say, I don't think it's been entirely successful.
I am very proud of the combat improvements we have made in the Outer Worlds 2, thanks to my patented combat system. You may be thinking to yourself, it can't be that good. Shush, what are you even talking about? You haven't seen it yet. Watch this. Put a helmet on, because I'm about to blow all of your minds with my COMBAT system, combat system. My name is Mark, I'm the head of sequels. Shall we begin? You're thinking, what's C for? C, capitalize the fact that the people loved the first game. We're gonna take those people, we're gonna make them buy the sequel, giving out pounds, pounds, pounds. Quick ones, ha, ha, not you, Dev. Here we go. What comes after C? O. optimized for player satisfaction. I am terrified of online gamers, okay? I want to make them happy. So let's, okay? All right. Mobilize the players so they're ready for that sweet pre-order. Clap with me.
Bad time.
Sweet.
Yeah, bad time. 80 bucks.
On this one.
Brandon, just say it. Sweet pre-order. Everybody has a different rhythm, and it's blowing mine. And here we go. B, burglarize. What is this? It's basically just finding new ways to loot dead bodies. You know what I mean? Right, Otis? Okay, well, it's a big part of the game. A, you gotta agonize about how many people are gonna be angry that we have just put so much combat into this thing and almost no romance at all. We should look at ourselves. What is wrong with us, huh? We can't have one love story in this? How many people have been in love? Raise your hands. Raise your hand if you're in love. Okay, are you lying?
I have a wife.
Put your hand down. T, toi. In French, that means two, sequel.
I think that means 3.
Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself. Come on, Claire. We're on 2. And how do we end it? Anything is possible. And we've established that we're the best there is, and there's no sequel better than us. And if I could just say one more thing, thank you very much. I know I've kind of changed the world of video games today.
For The Outer Worlds 2, we wanted to improve gunplay in every way. We focused on improving the feel of each weapon, the way a weapon snaps into ADS, the way recoil feels when firing, and how impactful our sound effects really sell the weapon's fantasy, to things like how unique reload animation can add a lot of character.
I haven't
to
seen
each
any
weapon.
tactical time dilation.
We've increased the variety of weapons by including new weapon types,
you're right.
but also through a host of fun and unique weaponry. We have things like the Borscht Blaster that fires out tumors that can explode like grenades, or can even be eaten by the player for additional health.
Ew.
Did you say tumors?
We
Yeah.
have a weapon called Rookie's Reward that will actually level up the more you use it throughout the game.
Oh,
That's cool.
And every time it levels up, it's got fun fanfare where it's like shooting out confetti and it's got a fun little setup. We have a really fun weapon called the pop-up gun. It fires out ad drones that will distract your enemies with corporate ads, slogans, and jingles. While your enemies are distracted, you can focus fire on them or explode these drones for additional damage. New to The Outer Worlds 2 are throwables. So you can use frag grenades to flush out enemies, smoke grenades to camouflage and escape, distraction devices to bait enemies into a stealth attack, and even science grenades that will levitate enemies, allowing you to fire upon them while they float helplessly.
Give me more of those.
And of course, science weapons are back. We have returning favorites, like the Shrink Ray. This time it's been upgraded so you can shrink your enemy down to the size of a sprat and run over them, exploding them into bits.
The Shrink Ray, that was probably my favorite one from the first game, so we brought it into the second game, but we improved it though. So instead of shrinking your enemies for a short period of time and having them re-expand, this time they stay shrunk, and we actually added in the ability to step on them and kind of squish them and kick them, because we knew that that was the player fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to do. They wanted to step on the enemies, they wanted to kick them. So we made sure to double down on that stuff.
In addition to things like our returning favorites, we also have some really fun and unique new science weapons. One of them is called the Armageddon. This one's really cool because it actually shoots out these masses that are like these little arms that will stick to people or cover or all kinds of different things, and they will continue to just hit them until they get destroyed.
I like the Ratchet and Clank like.
And we have another one that's
doing weird ass
super
things.
cool,
We need more of
called
that.
the Spectrum Dance Saber. This is a melee weapon that actually lets you attack to a musical beat. And if you
that's
continue
so
to do
cool.
that, you'll actually get additional bonuses each hit
You
do.
can see the tempo, dude.
Yeah.
One of my personal
Metal
favorite
Hellsinger
weapons
type
is
shit.
called the Big Bang. It's just a big freaking gun that uses material harvested from rifts to shoot out a giant ball of energy.
That looks awesome.
Pricing everything in its path.
The mini nuke from
Now,
Fallout.
ammo's extremely rare for this weapon, but you
all
can
the
use
fat
it in
boy.
just the right situation to devastating effects.
Like another great one is Gary. If you wear Gary, he will lash out at your opponents as you're walking through combat. So we even have science armors, and we've really kind of shown off what we thought was really great for the player from a science perspective.
We're all about letting people play the game their way. There are some players who prefer to be immersed in a first-person view, taking in all of the details. But there are others who really prefer to take the world in from a third-person perspective. Why not allow both? Well, now you can swap between the two, letting you enjoy the experience in whatever way you like. One of the things I really like about having the third-person mode is being able to see all of the fun and unique armors and armor combinations and weapons that you can equip your player with. All of the actions that you could do in first person, so you're double jumping around, you get to see your character in that way, and you get to take in the world and see things in a different light.
The Outer Worlds 2 is really the biggest game we've ever made. Bigger choices, more reactivity, more weapons, more things to find in each of the worlds the players can visit. The team has done incredible work bringing the Outer Worlds 2 to life. And we can't wait for you to play it.
Even though we've always been a multi-project studio, this is going to be the first time we've ever released 3 games in 1 year.
Crazy.
It feels amazing to do. We're so excited for more people to be playing our games. It is truly an exciting time here at Obsidian. We're exploring worlds big and small while expanding on franchises that we've created, and we have no plans to slow down.
Yeah.
We hope you all continue to come along with us as we do what we do best, make your worlds your way.
Now we get Grounded 2?
Yeah, we
With the
talk
Outer
Grounded.
Worlds 2, we're all about the best place to play, which is also the promise of Xbox. You can play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it may be hard to play it when you're staring at all these beautiful holes. Let's cut that. You can play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox. Oh yeah, now that's Microsoft. Or you can take a phone call on this Xbox, then play the Outer Worlds 2 right after. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Hello? What am I doing? I'm playing the Outer Worlds. Hello? Yeah, this is Mark. I didn't know I had jury duty today. You can play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it takes 2 people to lug around safely. We're gonna go up to my apartment, okay? And this is an Xbox you actually wear that also plays the Outer Worlds 2. What do you think, Claire?
This is amazing.
Are you
Now,
playing?
since she's holding
Fantastic.
not a
So now
controller,
this is
but
actually
she's
not
holding the
an
hand
Xbox.
grips. I don't
You cannot
know
play the
if
Outer
that's
Worlds 2
legit,
on it.
but
Can't play
usually
anything
gotta
on
hold the
this.
controller
I guess
on that.
bread. You ever play bread where you take it out of one slot, put it in the other? I don't have friends. If you pre-order the premium edition now, you'll get early access, which is like a prequel to the sequel, or is launch the sequel to the pre-order, or like, why are any of us alive at any time? It doesn't matter. Either way, my job here is done. It's time for the Grounded 2 portion of the Direct, which is sort of like the sequel to the Outer Worlds 2 portion of the Direct, which I absolutely just hit a home run with. You know, it's really nice to see my influence go on to other games. Take it away, team.
It's really hard to not be like...
And big exit?
The big anti-capitalism game, $80.
Yeah, yeah.
We're so proud of Grounded. What started as a small passion project to make a quirky game where you're shrunk down to the size of an ant, trying to survive in a backyard, grew into something way bigger than we ever imagined. Over 25 million of you jumped in, explored, built, crafted, and fought off giant bugs together. Y'all helped make the entire experience very special to us. The team's been cooking up a ton for Grounded 2, and we're so excited to talk about it. I had to grease some palms to steal a bit of time from the Direct to give you a deeper look. There were so many possibilities and ideas that didn't make it into the first game.
Those magic
So with the sequel, we have the chance to
those look like magic cards.
To achieve those dreams, we partnered with the amazing folks at Eidos Montreal. Together, we're taking Grounded from the backyard to an even larger world.
Cool.
The
Teamed up with
Brook Hollow
Eidos
Community Park.
Yeah.
When we started working on Grounded 2, we knew that we wanted to make a bigger world. Fortunately for us, Eidos Montreal became our main partner on developing Grounded 2. They have a lot of similarities to the sorts of things
Eidos
that are
partnered
important
with
to
Xbox
us at
before?
Obsidian. They tend to make
I feel like they've done that, right? I know
narratively
Crystal
strong
Dynamics.
Crystal Dynamics
they make
recently.
perfect
I don't
really
remember
deep
Eidos
characters
here.
and great character progression. They make games with great gameplay.
Everyone at Eidos Montreal
is thrilled and honored to be working with
Crystal
Obsidian
Dynamics.
That's Crystal Dynamics.
Our two studios share a lot of DNA. The same things that are important to Obsidian Entertainment are important to us. Choice and consequences.
The last thing you did was Marvel's
communities,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
And doing justice to great IPs and great franchises.
Fable.
The fact that
They're helping
we're
out with
the
Fable.
first partners that they're working with to make a sequel to their franchise feels like we're an important part of their history.
The events of Grounded 2 take place 2 years after the first game. The same 4 teenagers are returning.
So there's Max, Hoops,
Willow,
and Pete.
They're a couple years older, which means they've gone through a bit more high school, a bit more mature. It's 1992. The world's a little bit different. But we're still in that fun, nostalgic era of the early 1990s. In Grounded 2, we're moving the action out of the backyard and into the Brook Hollow Community Park. Not only is it bigger, it allows us to tell a lot more stories and expand the world of Grounded by exploring what the community of Brook Hollow is up to and what they've been
Grounded
through.
is a lot of fun. Grounded is a survival game that I would encourage a lot of people to go check out if you're tempted to jump into the genre, because they do a good job of morphing a story that will keep you going from point A to point B while still giving you the, hey, you could sit here all day in one spot and build the ultimate castle if you wanted to. And so the idea of going to a new area, a new map, and then exploring more story ideas, I'm all about.
What we love and what we're excited about in terms
I was
of
surprised
the
by
park
how narrative
is the
forward it
opportunity
was.
to create environments and landmarks that are mundane at normal size, but are colossal wonders when you're the size of an ant. Everything from a giant trash can to a community picnic table or a snack bar.
I am blown away that they're doing this.
This
when I
is
did
come to
the
life
PAX East
in a
with you
brand
last
new
year,
way.
it was like, hey, we're announcing kind of the end of Grounded. We're going to give a couple more updates. We're going to ramp this down. And I thought, okay, well, that was a great run. Like, people will still play it. It's over. I didn't, no way in my mind would have said, oh, Grounded 2 is coming.
Turned upside down and is in.
Yeah, their consistency is crazy, but then also their versatility is crazy. To be doing these 3 games in 1 year, and then also a few years ago
really
put out a
fun
Pentiment.
environmental storytelling. But it also leads into the creation
And also one of those of like, it just
biomes
slides perfectly
for
into one of
our
those
characters to
Xbox,
explore.
Microsoft
One of my favorite examples
live
of
service
this
games that are
is the ice
just
cream
continuing to live. They get updates, right?
In all
Like
the
they just
commotion,
live on for a long
the ice
time,
cream
and there's a
vendor's cart
player
has been
base that
knocked
wants it.
over, and its contents have spilled
There's
out
a
to
wild
the
player
ground.
base for this
And what
as
this
well.
means
People
for
love
our
this game.
young
There are people out there that
adventurers
love
is
this
that
game.
they'll be able
Sea of
to
Thieves.
explore
Killing it for Xbox.
this
Sea of Thieves,
frozen
ESO,
cave
Fallout.
of
They've somehow
interesting
struck gold
challenges
with all these just live service games that you might not be into, but there's a lot of people into.
horror.
I think Game Pass also helps that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Of not having a $40 price tag on a survival game we might not ever play again, right? So, yeah, that Game Pass goes a long way.
All these toxic chemicals underground. The environment looks very cool and very spooky with all of these sort of chemical pools. And of course, nothing can live down there except for one type of insect, the cockroach. We are oftentimes reinventing environments, and in future updates, you're going to see a ton of new stuff. You do a lot of fighting against insects of all shapes and sizes. We didn't just want it to look better, we also knew we wanted to add a new layer of strategy. The changes that we've made aren't limited to tuning animations or adjusting attack or defense numbers or making characters or insects move faster or slower. But we did all that too, but there's also an entire sort of rock, paper, scissors strategy involving light attacks, heavy attacks, and blocking. We've also added dashing as a new way to both get out of danger quickly or jump in for a quick attack. And almost all the insects in the game will have these abilities now too. Sort of like a chess match, but one that's super frenetic, looks super cool, and is ultimately just a ton of fun. We're leaning into clear play styles for tanky warriors, low defense, high damage rogues, effect-wielding mages, and ranged hunters. In the first Grounded, we have mutations, and there were weapons and armors that favored different playstyles. In Grounded 2, not only will there be passive mutations, but there will also be active mutations. And a lot of those mutations support these archetypes.
My favorite way to play pretty much any game is chasing after those game-breaking builds. And that's why I'm so excited for what we're doing with archetypes in Grounded 2. I'm all in on the rogue. Now, you can even dual wield daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks ambush, assassin, and cardiofan mutations with the wolfbane daggers and the wolf spider armor. It lets me open up combat with massive backstab damage that also inflicts venom. Then, I can use the extra stamina to reposition and try to dodge, rinse, and repeat. It's high risk, high reward, and absolute chaos in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing what wild combos the community comes up with and what they inevitably break once they get their hands on the archetype system. It's going to be awesome watching it evolve with player feedback and watching us try to keep up with all of your game-breaking builds.
One of the great things about Grounded is the variety of players it attracts, from builders to crafters and everything in between. If you've ever watched me on Casually Grounded livestream, you'd know that I'm neither. I am a murderer of insects. Personally, I prefer
this
the
game's
term
fucking
harvester.
terrifying whenever you know we're in spider territory.
And bringing the materials like insect body parts.
When they're that big and you just hear like the chill, like, oh my god, this fucking sucks.
This way, we keep progressing and playing together.
Really cool one. One of the first games to give you that accessibility option to
equipment
turn the spider into just a little floating head,
especially
if you
when
had
they're playing
arachnophobia, which was pretty
with
cool.
their friends. It was really, really important for us to deliver on all of that for the bigger space and experience, because that was the only way we could truly support the feature the community has been asking for since the very first Grounded release. Mounts. Our mounts, we call them buggies, have an entire suite of moves and have their own special abilities and attacks.
We really wanted the buggies to be an extension of the player in every way possible. And that meant making sure that buggies had unique and valuable abilities across all the core pillars of Grounded. So that doesn't just mean exploration and travel. That has gameplay implications for combat, crafting, and building as well. Just like how we wanted to expand on player playstyles throughout the game, we're going to make sure that every buggy that we add has its own personality.
The Red Ant Soldier can enlist up to 2 Red Ant workers to follow you around and help you out. If you get into combat and you don't want to fight while you're saddled on your buggy, you can jump off and they'll fight right alongside you and provide support. The Orb Weaver buggies are a little less useful when it comes to general utility, like building a base or harvesting, but they're awesome when it comes to combat. Sure, their defenses aren't super strong, but they're heavy
One of my
hitters.
favorite things is just
They're
like
also super fast, and they have some
when the
great
TikTok
special
algorithm
abilities, like a
just kind of
spring
knows
that
what
allows
you
them
want,
to
and
stun
sometimes
lesser-powered insects.
I just see praying mantises
And the
just
ability to shoot
demolishing
webs.
all sorts of different.
And it takes
Those are the
the
most
cool.
those are the most
So the
raw
Orb Weavers
animals
won't be a
ever,
base
man.
builder.
Praying
You
mantises
should
will
use the
just
Red
take
Ant
on
Soldier for
anybody.
that. But they're super fun for exploration and combat. Red Ant Soldiers and Orb Weaver Spiders will be available at game preview launch. There will be others in the future, but those are the 2 we're starting with. The connection that our Grounded community has with us is something we want to keep forging with the sequel as we make an even bigger game than the original.
Pretty much from day one, we knew we wanted to return to game preview for Grounded 2. Sure, it comes with some trade-offs, like the game's not done and it's out to the world. But there's so much value in building it alongside the community. Buggies change how you traverse and navigate the park. What we're doing with Grounded 2 is we're actually keeping zip lines held back so we can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak zip lines to bring them back over time to really complement that buggy experience and make exploring the park far more fun. That kind of feedback loop helped shape the original Grounded, and we wanted to shape the design for Brook Hollow Park, archetypes, buggies, all of it. We also learned a lot from that first time around. One thing that stood out immediately, players blaze through our content, especially the story. That makes sense. Story, characters, world building, that's kind of Obsidian's thing. It's the flavor we bring to the survival genre. So this time, we're starting with a much bigger baseline.
There's been an explosion.
I'm going to use the privilege of our viewership right now to share my tweet and say, please like this tweet and reply to it. Long story short, I bought an Amazon PlayStation gift card on Amazon.
The first game was watching the community
The code was already redeemed. Amazon's like, talk to PlayStation. We don't know. And PlayStation's like, talk to Amazon. It's their shit. I need help.
He needs help. Help him out.
Because
it's a
you never know
disaster.
what might
I don't want.
inspire us as
Sucks.
development moves forward.
We really started to hit our groove
that's all I
at
gotta
the
say.
end of Grounded.
Now,
One.
Bear,
We
you know
found
that you
being
full screened
open
us.
about what we were planning and then following through
Yes, I'm looking for
was
Andy's
key
tweet.
to
Oh,
building
gotcha,
trust
gotcha.
with the
He's trying to bring the
As a
tweet.
small team, we had to experiment with update pacing
disaster,
and
man.
scope. And what we found resonated the most
real fucked up.
with all of
It
you
sucks,
were
dude.
bigger, beefier.
And then I looked on
updates,
Reddit,
even if
and
it took
there's
us
a lot of people on
little
Reddit going
longer.
like, "Yeah, this shit is
So,
happening to
that's
a
the
lot of
plan.
people."
Larger, more complete updates, spaced out
Everybody
just
like
enough.
and retweet.
So
So
we
you
can
want to
take
like and
your
retweet?
feedback seriously.
It's just-
and
oh,
make
it's just,
every
you know, whatever.
drop
Dude,
You want me to
you gotta-
tag
I can
Amazon,
reply
say help
in our
them out?
big
I reply, yeah,
updates.
tag Amazon.
I reply to
New
everybody.
biomes,
What platform
new
is
Everybody on the
pieces,
tweet.
all the
PlayStation.
good stuff.
No, I mean, like,
And
what is
we're
on
launching
Blue
with
Sky?
a
Is it
public
tweet?
roadmap, so everyone
Twitter.
knows
Twitter.
what to be excited about.
I don't think
in the future.
Amazon's on Blue Sky.
All of us at
You know
Obsidian
what, that's fair, yeah.
Entertainment and IDOS Montreal are
PlayStation is.
super excited about how close we are to letting all of you players get shrunk
Like
a
official
second
Amazon?
time
Yeah, official
and explore
Amazon.
the all-new
Official
park
PlayStation
on
store
Buggies
on
and
Amazon.
Grounded 2. If you're a returning Grounded player, we're really looking forward to you experiencing all the improvements. If this is your first time getting Tiny, then all I can tell you is that a world with an entirely new perspective and an entirely new feel
When it's really cold.
awaits you in Brook Hollow Park. It's time to ride together and survive together.
Hell yeah.
Bad Boys for Life. There has never been a better time to jump into Grounded. Exactly, Rick. You got it in the YouTube chat.
Oh yeah, Mooding.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that.
We have been expecting you. This is where it starts.
I love a sizzle reel. Like, I really do.
Especially when it's filled with like good games.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
You sent me a Linus Tech Tip videos. I'm in. I didn't. Like, I saw the link, I opened it up, but I haven't watched it.
Looks like a ton of people have gotten hands-on already with the Xbox Ally and full breakdowns of the OS and all that stuff. Linus and Evan Adams.
Okay.
All
right.
Please follow me.
Yes, that was my impression of Chibi Doki Antro Metal.
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do.
Remember this game? Fuck.
Yeah, man.
The ghost game.
Pickers off me. You think I care?
This is gonna be awesome.
Mayday! Mayday! Hold on to mission control. We're falling.
Had enough yet?
Legitimately pretty pumped for this Call of Duty campaign. Like, the last campaign was really awesome.
Form up!
What Call of Duty was last year?
It's game time, baby!
It was Modern Warfare 3. No.
I'm just gonna type in Call of Duty.
It turned into a fucking horror game at the end. It turned into a control horror game.
Oh yeah, that was the one that Mike kept trying to get me to play.
Dude, that campaign kicks ass. It was terrifying but awesome.
Blop 6.
Creative.
So that was our live reaction to
That
the
was Block
Xbox Showcase for 2025. We are about to do our breakdown Gamescast episode, so stay right where you are.